Reality is that I am married to my grandmother's second husband, which was my step grandfather. Before she passed, she made it very clear that she wanted me to be the one to take her place in the church and inherit everything that came with homes, money, our church, and also marry her husband. Don't think it wasn't weird, because it was. But I did it because I trusted my grandmother, and I'm so glad I did it. I'm not gonna lie, it was all bizarre. I was actually 22 when we got married. It split our church. My mom had a fit because she wanted the church. She wanted my grandmother's place. My mom felt like she was the one that should have been Mary Roberts Sr. And the wedding night was, everything was weird. You guys sleep together the first night? No. Thank goodness I was on my period.
This is some straight BS. But it's BS that's created by religion. Because when you listen to what she said, she's from, I believe the show is called The Housewives of Salt Lake City or The Housewives of Utah. It's one of them, but I think it's The Housewives of Salt Lake City. So just with it being a housewife show, you know it's already a hot mess. But the fact that this woman married her step-grandfather because that's what her grandmother wanted her to do, to inherit the house, to inherit the church, to inherit all those things. And yes, it created a divide in the church. Of course it should cause people to just walk away from it, period. But this is not just about Mormonism, because there are Baptists who do these things. I just showed you guys a video of Greg Locke, where part of the video I talked about the fact that he had an affair with the secretary, church secretary, and then divorced his wife. She's in a homeless shelter in Tampa right now, and then married the secretary. And the Christians are like, it's okay, because they idolize these people. But this one, you're marrying, your grandmother wanted you to marry and keep it in the family, is a common trope that's within the Bible itself, and it's one of the reasons why we walk away from the Bible. In the same instance that Abraham was married to his stepsister, and although somebody tried to tell me that that's his niece, no, it's his stepsister. He proclaims it as such when he's dealing with the Pharaoh, when he lies to the Pharaoh and pimps out Sarah the first time. We know Lot's daughters took advantage of him while he was drunk. Well, there ain't that much taken advantage of in the world initially. Not the second time. First time, I let you slide. Second time, nah, can't let you slide with that one. Right? And it was supposed to be the second night. We know that Moses' mother was also his aunt. So that's his auntie mom. So keeping it in the family is a common thing. Isaac marries to his two first cousins, keeping it in the family. Right? So this is a normal practice within the Bible. So it shouldn't seem too unheard of in today's culture, if people are actually following this Bible, to keep marrying within your family, regardless of the destruction that it causes, regardless of gene problems that it could create. Let's just marry. And evidently the mother is mad because she wanted the money. I don't know if she wanted the man, but she certainly wanted the money. And this is not brand new. They got married years ago, and the young lady has actually had a child from this man. So that makes her mother the grandmother and stepsister to the baby. But it's just crazy, and the fact that people in these religions will follow suit in this manner and let their minds be led astray to where they think that these things are okay, that these things are all right. And people will say that well, God didn't want that, or God didn't want this. Here's the thing. When people was doing it 200-300 years ago, marrying their first cousins, not even 200-300 years ago, 30-40 years ago, it was okay to marry your second cousin and all this sort of thing. That was because it was okay with the Bible. Nobody was saying God didn't want you to do it. When they was marrying, when Isaac is marrying, I mean Jacob, I said Isaac earlier, but when Jacob is marrying his cousins, nobody said it was wrong, because at that time frame, they thought it was right. They thought they was doing right by God. Just like people would take their morality today and then put it on the Bible back in the day and say that, oh, they were wrong, they weren't real Christians. But when the Euro Christians were conducting their slave trade, they were straight Christians. They believed in Christianity. They thought they was right. No one would have said they weren't Christians. When the first Christians in the first century were revolting and fighting, hey, nobody would have said they was wrong during that time frame. They were right. When the Christians went about killing all the pagans, nobody thought that they was wrong. They thought that they was right. We just, in hindsight, now look back and say, well, that's right or that's wrong based on our morality today. But even our morality today, this man marrying his step granddaughter, it's just foul. It's just foul. And I know they grab people like that for TV ratings, but the fact that she's still so cued into the church, and the church is still, where they're getting the money from the church, and the people are coming there looking for hope, and because of their fear of death, and y'all, this is what they're selling them. This is just one of the reasons why, even if you still remain Christian, get out of the church. Just get out of the church. Y'all have a great day. And remember always, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.